The all-new Inside Sources. Your inside access to the people and policies shaping Utah's future. Here are Greg Skordas and Holly Richardson on KSL News Radio.
So every year I'm always surprised at how quickly summer vacation goes. But I wanted to share with you, Greg, before we bring on our next guest, this last weekend, so we're heading into the 4th of July. We haven't even hit the 4th of July yet. Temperatures are in the 90s. We're pushing maybe 100 this week. And I want to get a doormat that's a summer-themed doormat to put outside my front door. So I go into the craft store. What do I see? Pumpkins.
Yeah.
And fall leaves. And even turkeys for Thanksgiving. And on the top shelf, I see Christmas stuff. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. This can't be happening yet. No summer stuff. It's gone. It's gone.
It's time for back to school.
I go into Walmart. Fall stuff. One tiny section of back to school stuff, but I'm seeing Halloween decorations. I'm starting to see a few Halloween costumes. And I'm like, my brain cannot process this. So before we get to fall and pumpkins, we do have back to school. And it seems like it's coming earlier and earlier every year. It feels like that. And so
I'm surprised at you a little bit.
Yes.
Because last week you tortured me every day with Christmas in July. And I was like, Holly, don't go down this road.
But it's too early.
I'm even down in southern Utah, and there's this big Christmas in July thing, and they took all the shopping carts out and filled them with ornaments and stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I have to send this to Holly. I sent you the picture.
It's so funny. It is so funny. And look, so I start listening to Christmas music in the fall, but it has to start being a little bit cooler. I can't listen while it's still so hot. Okay, so that's a true confession. So anyway, so what we have in Utah is we actually have a really fairly large refugee population. We have over 65,000 refugees who live in Utah, and a lot of them are children, and they have to go to school. And one of the things that the Utah Refugee Connection does every year is they will ask the community to help fill these backpacks and then be able to give them out to these refugee families. And I've participated in that. It's really, it's fun and it's really meaningful. But because school is starting earlier and earlier, filling these backpacks happen in the off month of July, where everybody thinks about the 4th of July and in Utah and Pioneer Day. And then it's like, oh, wait, we're up to the deadline already. So joining us is Amy Harmer from the Utah Refugee Connection to talk about the help she needs in filling thousands of backpacks. Hi, Amy.
I'm so excited to be here with you, Greg and Holly. I thank you so much for what you do and keep people informed and engaged in a variety of ways. So grateful to be on today and tell you a little bit about what we're doing to get all of these students prepared for back to school. I know, Holly, you can relate to what it's like to have to prepare to have your kids be ready both physically and emotionally for back to school. And, 40% of refugees are children. So we have 65,000. That's a lot of children to have ready for back to school. And a lot of these parents don't have the means to be able to provide all the things that most individuals provide for their kids for back to school. So we'd love to let your listeners know how they can get involved.
So talk to us about that, Amy. For when I first started looking at this, I thought you needed 3,000 backpacks. You need to fill 3,000 backpacks. Tell us what you need, or do you need both? All of the above?
Yeah, we've figured out the best way. First of all, we do need 3,000 backpacks of all different sizes and colors, and we prefer quality over quantity. I mean, these are backpacks that kids use, and they frequently are using them more than for just school. So we need all fun backpacks, just like your kids love to pick out backpacks. So we need 3,000 of those. And then we actually have figured out a way to buy all the school supplies close to cost. So people can donate $25 to sponsor a refugee child. And all the information is on our social media feed on serverefugees.org or on Serve Refugees on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And what we'd love to do is have families take their kids and pick out a backpack that they think a refugee would like and then bring it to our share house. Like I said, they can sponsor the items to go inside for $25. And new this year, we are doing some simple hygiene bags that have just a toothbrush, toothpaste, and dental floss for elementary, and then for secondary, a toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, and deodorant. And we're adding those to the bags. But the school supplies we are actually able to get if people donate $25 to sponsor a child. And the backpacks are just a fun way to let a child know in our community that might not have the same resources we do, that we see you, you're safe here, we're supporting your effort, and we hope you'll be successful. It's so fun. We have our giant event on August 7th, so we need these backpacks by July 28th. And as soon as those kids put on a backpack that they get to pick out, and then they're given the bag of school supplies that go inside, you should just see their faces. They're just so excited, and you can also see the look of relief on their parents' faces that they know their kids are ready and excited to start school.
Yeah, Amy, I have been to the big event that you do to hand things out, and it's well controlled, but it's chaos, right? It's well controlled chaos.
It's tricky when you have over 2,000 individuals coming to get the school supplies they need, and refugees families coming. It's really beautiful, but the carnival is crazy. We have snow cones, we have cotton candy, we have immunization trucks, we have eye screenings, we have shoes. But it also is so beautiful to see these kids put on this backpack that just enables them to feel hope and excitement for school. And like I said, the parents feel this sense of relief that they don't have to provide these items for their kids, and that they are starting the year with, optimism and hope and joy. So we'd love to get as many backpacks as we can, and you can bring them to our share house on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 until 2 o'clock. And we're hoping to get as many as we can by Monday, July 28th. People can also call our share house for more information, and that number is 951-916-4439. But we just love how Utah is such a welcoming place, and many of us know what it's like to flee or have ancestors that flee a place where they're not safe. And if we can create a warm and welcoming environment here for our refugee friends, it makes such a difference.
Amy, did you say that there's a drop-off location that people could drop things off?
Yes, our drop-off location is our share house, and it's 3134 South, 300 East in South Salt Lake. And that's Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 until 2 o'clock. You can go to our website at serverefugees.org or on our social media feed, Serve Refugees, and all the information is there. We also have a lot of drop spots across the Wasatch Front where people can take things, so there might be something really close to you. And we just are so excited to get these kids ready to go for back to school and help these refugee families feel the support and connection to their community.
Thanks for talking with us this morning, Amy. That's Amy Harmer, the Executive Director of the Utah Refugee Connection.
What an incredibly worthwhile cause, and I hope people got that information. If not, you can go on to our, listen to our podcast or replay this back, and you can get all that information. It's Utah Refugee Connection, serverefugees.org.